Let's face it, some trucks aren't just vehicles. They're monsters, built to destroy the road, the trail, the job site, and anything else in their path. And you can bet these engines, they're the beastly heart that makes it all happen. We're not talking about your average pickup here. We're talking the ultimate survivors. Engines so overbuilt, they laugh in the face of wear and tear. This is the Beast Mode Breakdown, where we dive into the trucks with engines so insane, they're legends in their own right. Ready to see which engines really dominate? Let's go. 10. Dodge Ram 5.9-liter Cummins 12-valve diesel, kicking things off with a diesel legend, the 5.9L Cummins 12-valve. Forget your delicate turbos and fragile sensors. This is raw mechanical power. 6 bolts per cylinder, gear-driven camshaft, fuel injection so simple, it doesn't know what failure is. We're talking a torque monster that hits the ground running and never stops. 1 million miles? Please. There's no such thing as too many miles for this beast. Built for those who don't want an engine that needs pampering, the 12-valve Cummins is as tough as steel, simple as dirt, and tough as nails. 9. Ford F-Series 300 Inline 6. Next up, the unsung hero of the Ford F-Series, the 300 Inline 6. Torque, power, stubbornness. This engine doesn't know the meaning of quit, a tractor engine masquerading as a truck motor. It didn't need flashy tech to impress. It just needed to get the job done. It ran cool, started in the coldest of winters, and never once asked for more than fresh oil in a full tank. Forget the flashy turbo engines. This is where the real power lies. Built to pull, haul, and take everything you throw at it without flinching. 8. Chevy Silverado 5.3-liter LM7 Vortec 5.8. The Silverado's 5.3-liter LM7 Vortec is more than just reliable. It's a frickin' beast. This engine could take you from the worksite to the road trip, day in and day out, and still pull off 350,000 miles without breaking a sweat. Cast iron block, aluminum heads. It doesn't get more hardcore than that. It was designed to keep on going, from fleet duty to midnight street racing, and that's why it's still one of the most sought-after engines today. 7. Toyota Tundra 2UZ FE 4.7L V8. Now let's talk about over-engineering. The Toyota 2UZ FE 4.7L V8 was never here to play. This wasn't about efficiency, it was about conquering everything. From the daily commute to the mountains, heavy-duty block construction, massive cooling passages, timeless design, this engine never needed to scream. It simply delivered. And when the job was done, it was ready to do it again, with more torque than you knew what to do with. 6. Ford Super Duty 7.3-liter Power Stroke Diesel. Boom! The 7.3-liter Power Stroke from Ford Super Duty. When you drop this beast into a truck, you get raw, unstoppable power. We're talking a turbocharged cast iron monster, built to take on the heaviest towing, the roughest hauling, and the longest commutes. No questions asked. Cross-bolted main caps, a massive turbo, and torque that hits you like a freight train. This is a truck engine that didn't stop until you did. 1 million miles? That's just the warm-up. 5. Jeep Cherokee XJ AMC 4.0 Inline 6. Jeep's AMC 4.0 Inline 6 didn't just survive off-road conditions. It thrived. It's the engine that made every rock crawler, mudslinger, and trailblazer's dream come true. Super easy to work on, with mechanical simplicity that's rare to find in today's world of complex electronics. This was a truck that didn't need a tech overhaul to get the job done. Just change the oil, hit the gas, and go. Whether climbing Moab or barreling through a snowstorm, this engine never quit. 4. Dodge D-Series/Ram/Slant 6 225. The Slant 6 was a design that made zero sense to the untrained eye, but that's what made it so brilliant. At a 30-degree tilt, this engine became an absolute torque machine. And let's be real, there's no engine more loyal. Once you fired it up, you knew it'd last forever. This was the engine that powered the D-Series and early Rams, hauling payloads that would have made lesser trucks bow down in defeat. Cold starts? No problem. Highway runs? Piece of cake. Simple, unbreakable. The epitome of what a truck should be. 3. Ford F-250 6.9-liter Diesel International. It's one of those engines that flies under the radar until you've owned one. The legendary 6.9-liter Diesel International, buried beneath the hood of early Ford F-250s, didn't come with hype or headlines, just cold-blooded durability and a serious work ethic. This engine wasn't fast, it wasn't flashy, but it was fearless. Forged in the era before emissions choked the life out of diesels, it was built with simplicity, strength, and serviceability at its core. Thick cast iron block, massive internals. No nonsense, just pure mechanical muscle. It didn't panic under pressure, it thrived on it. Long hauls, steep climbs, overloaded trailers. The 6.9 just kept grinding, mile after mile, like a stubborn mule with torque. It wasn't about horsepower, it was about getting you home, no matter what. And when properly maintained, this engine could outlive its own frame. You'd rust through the cab before you blew the block. It made believers out of skeptics and loyalists out of everyone else. The 6.9L wasn't a product of over-engineering. It was a product of overbuilding. The kind of motor that reminded people what diesel was really about. Torque, toughness, and time-tested reliability. If you ever drove one, you know. This engine didn't just run, it refused to quit. 2. Nissan Frontier/Xterra/VQ40 DE-V6. You won't find chrome badges bragging about horsepower, and you won't see it on magazine covers. But the VQ40 DE-V6, tucked inside the Nissan Frontier and Xterra, is one of the most quietly dependable engines ever bolted into a midsize rig. Born from the bulletproof VQ engine family, this 4.0-liter V6 was a no-nonsense masterpiece of Japanese engineering, built not to show off, but to show up. It delivered torque where it mattered, low and steady, perfect for crawling over rocks, climbing out of muddy ruts, or hauling weekend toys across rough terrain. On pavement, it was smooth. Off-road, it was fearless. And under the hood, it was just tough. No timing belt, no high-strung drama, just a chain-driven, all-aluminum warrior that took abuse like a badge of honor. The VQ40 didn't whine, didn't overheat, and didn't ask for attention. It just got in, got dirty, and got the job done. Owners racked up 200, 300, even 400,000 miles without breaking a sweat, often with little more than oil changes and the occasional tune-up. Whether it was navigating city streets, crossing state lines, or blazing through the backcountry, the VQ40 kept going and going and going. It wasn't built to win trophies. It was built to outlast expectations. And it did. One dusty trail, one redline climb, one brutal commute at a time. 1. Chevy CK Series 5.7L L31 V8. At the very top of the mountain sits a true American workhorse, the Chevy CK Series, powered by the rock-solid 5.7L L31 V8. This wasn't just an engine, it was a blue-collar monument, cast iron block, 4-bolt mains, hydraulic roller cams, vortex cylinder heads that gave it just the right blend of low-end grunt and top-end efficiency. It wasn't cutting edge, it wasn't exotic, it was durable, dependable, and absolutely relentless. This was the heartbeat of the late 90s Chevy and GMC pickups, and it powered everything from fleet trucks to family haulers. Whether it was towing hay trailers in the Midwest or plowing snow through brutal northeastern winters, the L31 just kept going. While the world shifted to soft-touch plastics and touchscreen distractions, these engines stood their ground like old warhorses, ready, roaring, and unbreakable. They don't care about Wi-Fi. They don't need drive modes or digital dashboards. They just run. Through snowstorms, over mountain passes, deep into the backwoods. Hauling, pulling, surviving. So now it's your turn. What's your mechanical legend? That one truck that just refused to die? Drop your story in the comments. We read them all, and you might just hear your name in the next episode. If this list got your oil pumping and your nostalgia racing, Hit that like button, subscribe to the Auto Bureau, and hang on tight. Because next time, we're diving into trucks so overbuilt, so unstoppable, they make doomsday preppers look underprepared. The apocalypse isn't ready, but these trucks already are.